Have you ever wondered why your dog insists on sleeping right next to you every single night, even when they have a perfectly comfortable bed of their own? Is it just habit, or is something deeper happening that most owners completely miss? Most people assume it's simple: comfort, warmth, maybe even dependency. But what if that quiet moment, when your dog curls up beside you in the dark, is actually one of the most powerful emotional signals they can give? Because in the world of dogs, sleep is not just rest. It's vulnerability. It's trust at its highest level. When your dog chooses to sleep next to you, they're placing themselves in a position where they are completely defenseless. In the wild, this would be dangerous. Dogs are instinctively aware that when they sleep, they can't react quickly. They can't protect themselves. So they only allow themselves to fully relax in places where they feel, and somehow, out of everything in their environment, they chose you. Think about that for a second. Your dog could sleep anywhere in the house. On the floor. In another room. In their own bed. But instead they move closer. Sometimes pressing their body gently against yours, sometimes resting their head near your feet, sometimes even adjusting in the middle of the night just to stay connected to you. That's not random. That's instinct mixed with emotion. Dogs are pack animals by nature. In a pack, sleeping close together is a survival behavior. It creates warmth, yes, but more importantly, it creates security. Each member protects the other. There's a silent understanding. You're safe because I'm here. So when your dog sleeps beside you, they're not just looking for comfort. They're including you in their pack. But here's where it gets even more interesting, because not all sleeping positions mean the same thing. If your dog sleeps pressed tightly against you, almost like they're trying to merge into your space, it often means they feel deeply bonded and emotionally connected. This kind of closeness releases oxytocin, the same hormone linked. It's their way of saying, without words, "You are my safe place." If your dog sleeps at your feet, quietly curled up, it can mean something slightly different. This position often reflects a protective instinct. They're still close to you, still connected, but also in a position where they can stay alert. It's like they've taken on a subtle role of guardian, even while resting. And if your dog chooses to sleep near you, but not directly touching you, that doesn't mean distance. It means trust of a different kind. It means they feel safe enough not to need constant physical contact. They trust the environment you've created. They trust that nothing will harm them, simply because you're there. Most owners never realize how meaningful these small choices are. They see it as routine. But to your dog, it's emotional communication. Now here's something even deeper that many people misunderstand. Sometimes dogs will change where they sleep. They might suddenly move closer than usual, or refuse to leave your side at night. And while it's easy to ignore, this shift can be incredibly important. Dogs are highly sensitive to human emotions. They pick up on subtle changes in your behavior, your tone, even your body language. If you've been stressed, anxious, or going through something difficult, your dog often knows before anyone else does. And in those moments, sleeping closer to you becomes their way of supporting you. Not because they were trained to do it, but because they feel it. It's their silent response to your emotional state. Almost like they're saying, "You don't have to go through this alone." On the other hand, if your dog suddenly stops sleeping near you, it's not something to panic about, but it is something to notice. It could be as simple as temperature, comfort, or a new habit forming. But in some cases, it can also reflect stress, discomfort, or even health changes. Dogs rarely communicate with dramatic signals. They communicate through patterns. and sleep is one of the most honest patterns they have. There's also a fascinating biological side to all of this. Studies have shown that when dogs sleep near their owners, both the dog and the human experience a sense of reduced stress. Heart rates stabilize. Breathing becomes more regular. And levels of cortisol, the stress hormone, can decrease. At the same time, oxytocin increases, strengthening the emotional bond between you. So that quiet moment at night, when everything feels still, isn't just rest. It's connection happening on a chemical level. And your dog feels it just as strongly as you do. But here's the part that truly changes how you see everything. Your dog doesn't just sleep next to you because they love you. They sleep next to you because, in their world, you are safety. You are comfort. You are home. And they choose that, every single night. Not out of habit. Not out of need. But out of trust. Pure, unconditional trust. So the next time your dog curls up beside you, instead of seeing it as something small, recognize what it really is. A quiet, powerful message that most people never hear. A message that says, without a single sound, I feel safe with you. And in a world where animals rely entirely on instinct, there is no greater compliment than that.